presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox. We are Detroit.
Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is presented by Bell Tire. Austin Jackson has done a terrific job of jump-starting the Tigers' offense of late. He is hitting .310 since the All-Star break. Jackson is also hitting .500 in his last 3 games. And the Tigers center fielder brings a 6-game hitting streak into play tonight. The hope is Jackson will keep that Tigers offense rolling here tonight against the Halos. It is an absolutely beautiful night for baseball here in the Motor City. Game 2 in this series featuring the Los Angeles Angels and your Detroit Tigers. Hi again, everyone. Welcome to Tigers Baseball. Mario and Pemba, glad to have you with us here tonight for Game 2 in the series. Rod Allen will join us in a moment. And it seems like all season long, the Tigers have been trying to find some consistency in the rotation behind Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer. And maybe, just maybe, they're getting it now from Rick Porcello, who's been absolutely outstanding in the month of July. Porcello has rolled together 4 outstanding starts. And when you look at the numbers in July, a 4-0 record with an ERA of 3.33. The walks are down, the strikeouts are up, and Porcello is hopeful of continuing that trend here tonight as he takes on the Angels. This is Game 2 in the series. Tigers trying to even up the set. In the meantime, we go back to the Call Sam studio now. Here's Mickey York. gorgeous night for baseball here in the Motor City. The Tigers and the Los Angeles Angels getting set to do battle here in Game 2 in this 4-game weekend set. Glad to have you with us here this evening. We'll check out the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Angels, presented by the Metro Detroit Chevy dealers tonight. This is who Rick Porcello will face. It'll be Myceris Turris leading it off. Eric Ibar at short, followed by Torrey Hunter. Bobby Abreu is the DH. Alberto Callaspo at third base. Howie Kendrick is in left field tonight. Mark Trumbo, Peter Borges, Bobby Wilson rounding out Mike Scioscia's lineup tonight for the Halos. Here's the scouting report on Rick Porcello, presented tonight by Ace Hardware.
Well, what Jeff Jones, the pitching coach, would like to see Porcello do, and that's stay aggressive with his fastball. He's been pitching inside, and it's worked very well for him. He's won his last 4 starts. He also needs to get ahead. First pitch strikes are very important for Rick Porcello, and he has very good numbers against the American League West. He's won 3 of his 10 games against the West, and the earned run average just a shade over 2.5.
By the way, if Detroit combines for 3 or more home runs in this game, make sure you bring a copy of the box score tonight to a participating Arby's location tomorrow and get a free small order of curly fries.
Let's take a look at the Tigers defensively. It's always presented by Beaumont Health System. You've got the youngsters in the outfield. That would be Bosch and Jackson and Dirks. Better meet Santiago Guillen Cabrera, and they round out the infield. Alex Avila is back behind the dish tonight after having the night off last night.
All right, here we go. Tigers hoping for better things here tonight. They lost 12-7 in the opener yesterday. The Angels pounding out 17 hits in that game. Rick Porcello has other ideas tonight, and the first pitch of the ball game is in there for a strike on Myceris Turris. 88 degrees our game time temperature here tonight. And that's hit high in the air to right field and pretty well. Dirks going back to the track, to the wall. He leaps, he can't get it. And that ball is out of here. It's a home run for Myceris Turris.
That is the first home run that Porcello has given up in quite some time.
And only the 5th of the year for his Turris, and the Halos jump out to an early 1-0 lead.
Well, Mike Scioscia added one more left-handed bat to his lineup tonight because of the fact that left-handers hit .327 against Porcello. The right-handers only hitting him at a .231 clip.
And a rather unlikely source of power. Hits one out for the Angels early in this one. That'll bring up Eric Ibar. First pitch is down low to Ibar. Had a big game yesterday, as most of the Angels did. He was 3 for 4 with a couple of RBIs. Here's Porcello's 1-0. Popped him up. Shallow center field. Here comes Austin Jackson staring into the sunlight. Here's the first out of the ball game. Porcello came in having won 4 consecutive decisions, but his Turris has taken him deep to start this game. And Rick comes in at 10-6. He'll face Torrey Hunter with the bases empty. First pitch is in there, a strike. Up with the right hand goes Jerry Lane. Hunter in last night's game was 1 for 5, had an RBI for the Angels. He really has not been able to get it going since the All-Star break. Only 7 hits since the break for Hunter. Here's the 1-1 to Torrey. Bouncing ball hit to the right side and through. It's out of the reach of Carlos Guillen.
If Torrey Hunter would do a little bit more of that, the batting average would get up above .234. I believe he played pepper with the shortstop his first 3 times up yesterday.
Well, the Angels have their second hit, and that'll bring up Bobby Abreu.
3 of his first 4 at-bats were ground outs to the shortstop yesterday. He had a base hit in one of those at-bats. That would be Hunter.
Abreu batting .264, 1 for 5 yesterday. Mike Scioscia resting Vernon Wells tonight. He is not in the lineup for the Angels. And Abreu looks at a ball 1-0. Bobby's bounced into 7 double plays this year. Both of these pitchers like to induce the ground balls,
which means it's very important for Porcello to keep Hunter over at first base. Hunter has not run a lot this year.
There's a bouncing ball hit slowly towards second, and only one play. Abreu is out of there, advanced the runner to second. And that leaves it up to Alberto Callaspo. Big day yesterday for Callaspo. 3 out of 4, double, stolen base, and a chance to drive in a run here tonight.
Angels 5 through 9 batters in the game last night were a combined 12 for 23, and they drove in 9 runs.
Whoa.
Trumbo did most of that damage. He drove in 5.
Looking at some of the Angel numbers, they just completed a series in Cleveland. Of course, Irvin Santana had the no-hitter in that series, but offensively they couldn't get anything going. And all of a sudden they break out for a big game yesterday, scoring 12 runs on 17 hits.
They did more damage in last night's game than they did combined in their 3-game series in Cleveland.
Pretty amazing. Yeah, they scored only 7 runs in that series against the Triad.
Tigers have been giving up some crooked numbers here at home. Before we left to go on that road trip, 14, 15 runs given up. A bunch last night.
Here's the 2-0.
It's a pitcher's park.
It's supposed to be at least. 2-1 on Callaspo. Jim Leland's squad coming in at 5 over at 55 and 50. Cleveland was off yesterday, so they gained a half game on the Tigers. A game and a half out now. And Chicago 3 out.
Tigers need to get their swagger back at home. The last couple of years they won over 50 games in 09 and 2010 here at Comerica Park, but this year not getting it done like they had the last 2.
Well, as you see the Tigers and their lead in the Central, they are 6 over the 500 mark at home. They are 1 under on the road. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Callaspo. He lifts this one down the right field line. It is hooking, and it's a foul ball. That would have scored a run.
Callaspo is a dangerous hitter, and what I mean by that is the fact that he just doesn't strike out all that often. And then you add in the fact that Porcello doesn't have a true strikeout pitch. If you got that base open down there, 2 outs, you got a right-hander in the on-deck circle. Be careful with Callaspo.
The Angels lead the season series between these 2 teams. They won 2 out of 3 in Anaheim before this recent homestand, and they lost, of course, yesterday to the Tigers, so they've taken 3 out of 4 so far. Tigers won the season series last year. Bouncing ball to short. Santiago has it there. And that's going to be it for the Angels. They get a run on the home run by Meiser Izturis, and we go to the bottom of the first. And here come the Tigers offensively now. Their starting lineup is presented by Big Boy. You just saw Austin Jackson. He'll lead it off and play in center field. Andy Dirks in right, Brennan Bosch in left. You've got Cabrera cleaning up. Victor Martinez, your DH. Carlos Guillen second base. The bottom three tonight of Avila, Benavides, and Santiago. Bernstein Advantage brings you the scouting report on Tyler Chatwood of the Angels. Get the Bernstein Advantage. We go to bat for you.
Tigers hitters have seen Chatwood one time this year, and they know the fact that he's got a power fastball. It will get up to 97 miles an hour, but he has had some command issues this year. He has walked a total of 56 batters in only 111 innings. And coming into this season, he was a #2 prospect in the Angels organization.
So he's all set to go to work. The 21-year-old out of Fontana, California.
Just a baby.
So the Angels have a 21-year-old on their roster and a 19-year-old. Mike Trout, their fine young outfielder.
That 19-year-old was the #1 prospect before the season began.
Here is Austin Jackson, who has hit safely in his last 6. And doing a whole lot more bunting of late. 3 out of 5 in the ball game last night for Austin. And his average at .252 now. It's fouled back out of play. 0-2 the count stays on Jackson.
If you notice Wilson, the catcher tonight with Chatwood on the mound, he won't set up on the corners early in the count. But once he gets 2 strikes on a hitter, then he will spread to the corners. They want to make sure that Chatwood concentrates on throwing the ball over the heart of the plate.
Just missed there, 1-2.
Which is not uncommon for a young pitcher when he gets to the big leagues that may still need some minor league seasoning, that doesn't have really good command. You set up right down the middle and you let the natural movement of his pitches kind of dictate where you go as a catcher.
Well, one of Chatwood's better starts of the year was his last start against Baltimore. He went 7 innings, didn't walk anybody. You talk about his command issues, but the guy behind the plate on that day was Bobby Wilson.
That was the only start this year that Chatwood had not walked a batter.
Here's the 1-2. And it is strike 3 call.
Let's take a look at the Angels defensively. It's presented by Tim Hortons. They've got Kendrick in left field today. Borges, he's in center. Torrey Hunter, he is in right. He has won 9 Gold Gloves. Hyaspo, Ibar is tourist. Trumbo the infield. And you mentioned Wilson is the catcher. Good 4-seam fastball right on the black, at the knees, at 94 miles an hour.
Strike 1 on Andy Dirks. So at least in this game, Chatwood has come out throwing strikes. Andy had a nice game yesterday. Couple of RBIs, couple of hits.
It's kind of hard when you go up against a guy like Chatwood if you're forming your game plan for Lloyd McClendon, because he does walk so many. But where do you draw the line in deciding whether you're going to be aggressive as a team or not from a hitting standpoint?
I've always wondered about that, and teams like Boston and New York seem to do that all the time, yet it works for them.
Yeah.
They find that fine line of being patient yet being aggressive when they have pitches that they can drive. The 2-1. Lloyd had double duty yesterday. Jim Leland was tossed out, so Lloyd had to take over the ball club for much of the game.
They got quite a few hits in the ball game yesterday and scored 7 runs, but it just wasn't enough.
Bouncing ball to second. That'll be a routine play for Myceris Turris. 2 away. So here is Bosch, who has been bumped down to 3rd in the lineup for this one today. Bosch had a couple of hits yesterday against the Angels. And batting .294 now with 50 RBIs on the season. And Chatwood misses outside 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Chatwood features 3 pitches. He's got the power fastball anywhere from 92 to 97. He's got a really good curveball. And he also has a changeup. Changeup probably his 3rd best pitch at this point in time. There it was right there.
2 balls, 1 strike. Bosch sends one high in the air, deep into right field, way back, and we are tied. Oh, he hit that ball a mile. Brendan Bosch with a monster home run to right field. Torrey Hunter didn't even move.
What a swing. Talking about power. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely drilled. Torrey Hunter took 1 step back and said, wait a minute now. Hey, this is going way too far.
An absolute thunderbolt out to right field.
When you take swings like that and you make that kind of contact, you don't even feel the ball making contact with the bat. You don't even feel it.
418 feet on that home run. This guy here, Cabrera, hit one 427 yesterday.
Dead central.
I'm sure he didn't feel that one off the bat either. There's a strike called, 1-2. So each team with an early home run is Turris number 5 and Bosch number 15. Chopper hit to third. Behind the bag is Callaspo. Hitting over. Tigers tie it up though. They get the run on the Bosch long ball. We'll go to the second. Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Comerica Bank. Strength and stability since 1849. By Jeep Brand, now celebrating 70 years of legendary heritage. And by Arby's. Try the new Angus Cool Deli Sandwich only at Arby's. It's good mood food. Back here in the Motor City where it's a gorgeous night for baseball. 88 degrees our game time temp, and both teams flexing their muscles so far. Each team with a home run. Rick Porcello back to the hill, and he delivers a strike on Howie Kendrick. Kendrick bounces one foul third base side. 0-2 on the Angels left fielder. He has played second base in this series and now the outfield. Very versatile.
Austin Jackson in center field, shading Kendrick to the second base side of second base by a pretty good margin. Howie hits lots of balls right in that direction where Jackson's standing.
Howie an all-star this year, hitting .304 coming in tonight. A lot of room to left center. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Porcello takes care of it.
Good two-seam fastball with a lot of life. Good movement on that pitch.
Rick Porcello in search of his 11th victory of the season. And Rick again looking for his 5th straight win as well.
Tigers have 3 members of their starting rotation that have 10 wins. Verlander and Scherzer would be the others. The Texas Rangers also have 3 members in their starting rotation with 10 or more wins.
Mark Trumbo, the batter. Porcello hasn't lost a start since June the 28th, so it's been a month since he's taken a loss.
It's the last time he gave up a home run, too, before Izturis got him here in the first.
2-1 on Trumbo, who had himself a day yesterday. In fact, almost hit for the cycle. He got the homer, the triple, the double, and could not get the single. Swing and a miss.
Watching him take some batting practice today. He's got real power. Real power. Hits the ball a long, long ways.
He is the only rookie in the American League that is leading his team in home runs. He has 19. And Porcello missed away, run at 3-2 now.
Where would they be without him?
Boy, I don't know. Well, he and Kendrick really have been 2 guys that have kind of carried the offense. The chopper hit slowly towards short. Santiago, quick throw. 2 gone. Peralta getting the night off tonight. Santiago filling in.
Nice play by Santiago. Really took his time, knowing that Trumbo doesn't have a lot of speed, although he does run well for a big guy. But he took his time getting to the ball, and then he kind of gathered himself and made a firm throw across the diamond.
There's Johnny, who gets the night off tonight.
Maglio as well. Jim got a couple of extra left-handers in his lineup today against Chatwood, the starter for the Angels.
There's a chopper again, hit to the shortstop. Borges can run, and he is out by half a step. 1-2-3 inning for Rick Porcello with a couple of ground balls. Game presented by the Angus Third Pounder Deluxe. Using your cell phone, text Tigers followed by a space, then the player's uniform number to 37338, or you can vote online at foxsportsdetroit.com. All right, you can't pick Brennan Bosch, so who's going to be your player of the game tonight?
I'm going Victor.
Victor.
I'll take Victor.
I'm going to go with Alex Avila tonight.
You going Alex?
Yep. A little bit of a rest yesterday. I think he's good to go.
He's got those fresh legs today.
Victor, 1 for 4 yesterday. And he is 7th in the league in hitting coming into play tonight. Chatwood starts him off with a fastball. Strike 1. Martinez at .316, 6 homers, 57 RBIs. And another strike, 0-2. Martinez back to his normal DH slot in this one. Here's Chatwood's 0-2 pitch. Got in on his hands and popped it to shallow center field where Borges is positioned. 1 gone. He'll bring up Carlos Guillen. Chatwood already has a run to work with in this game, although he's given it back. But in his 6 losses this year, the Angels have been shut out in all 6 of his losses. And this is a team that on many nights puts a lot of pressure on the starting pitcher to get it done. Here's a bunt right in front of the plate, though. Wilson will have an easy play. 2 gone. And that'll bring up Alex Avila.
And Carlos left the batter's box prematurely. And when you leave the batter's box prematurely, you're not going to place the bunt where you want the bunt. And that's why Wilson was able to pounce on it and throw Carlos out. You have to stay in that batter's box until you make contact with the ball. And then run.
Carlos trying to keep or catch Callaspo napping down at third base, but couldn't push it out far enough. Ball 1 to Avila. Alex has hit safely in 4 of his last 6. And the average at a solid 280. Here is Chatwood's 1-0. 1 ball and 1 strike. Chatwood was the Angels' 2nd round pick just a few years back, the 2008 draft. Their minor league pitcher of the year last year, pitched at 3 different levels, and he finds himself in the big leagues this year. The 1-1.
He was headed to UCLA on a baseball scholarship before he decided to sign with the Angels out of high school.
Boy, Pac-10 baseball's had some really good teams over the years. Of course, Bosch played his baseball in the Pac-10 with the Cal Bears. And the 1-2 on the ground of the second baseman. As Turris gobbles it up, Chatwood has an easy 1, 2, 3 inning. 2 innings in the books here at the ballpark. Still 1-1.
There were times I butted heads with the catcher. Mike Heath and I used to argue on the mound all the time. And, it's in the heat of battle. We're all trying to win. We're all pulling in the same direction. And sometimes those things happen.
Tiger pitching coach Jeff Jones, of course, Brad Penny and Victor Martinez had a little bit of a tiff going on the mound, I guess you could say, yesterday.
Just a little one.
Just a little one. And as Jeff says, I mean, that kind of stuff happens a lot. And Penny, I think, was a little bit frustrated. He had given up 7 earned runs in 3 1/3. Lasted 74 pitches yesterday.
That may have played a little bit into it. I've known Brad for a long time, since he signed into professional baseball back in 1996. And he's a good dude.
He really is.
He's a good dude.
Laid back guy as well. Bobby Wilson leads it off as we go to the 3rd, and Rick Porcello misses high. It'll be Wilson, Izturis, and Ibar. Bouncing ball. Betemit at third base, handcuffed a bit. And one gone. Game break time. Let's go back to the studio and join Mickey York. That we do, and there's that power I guess a lot of people expected out of Billy Butler.
I see you, Billy Butler.
Even long distance.
Yes, sir. Especially going up against the Indians.
Here's Meister Izturis. Ball inside, 1-1. So the Tigers hoping for some help from KC tonight. Royals off to a good start. Porcello's 1-1 pitch. Lifted in the air, center field. Jackson is waiting. And Rick now has retired 7 straight.
He's doing a nice job of mixing in all of his pitches. Rick has 4 pitches. He's got the 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball as well, curve, slider, and a changeup.
He was stung by the leadoff home run by Izturis, but since then he's given up only a single to Torrey Hunter. That's it. Ibar fly to center field his first time up.
Every single starting pitcher on this staff kind of gets lost in what Verlander's doing. But this kid's won 10 games.
Absolutely.
He won over 10 games last year and won over 10 games as a rookie. That's a pretty nice start to a big league career.
1-0. High fly ball right field. This will stay in play. Andy Dirks backing up. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Rick Porcello. He needed just 7 pitches. Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by AT DET. And by Gatorade, fuel that goes beyond hydration. Back here at Comerica Park, round and round we go. On the carousel, the Tigers and Angels tied at 1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Tyler Chatwood back at the hill. Wilson Betemit, and then Ramon Santiago and Austin Jackson. Chatwood delivers. It's a strike call. Betemit batting .283 overall this year. Was 1 for 3 in yesterday's game.
Chatwood is 6 of 8 in first pitch strikes so far tonight, which means Tigers hitters need to get ready to swing that stick, because apparently he's got some pretty good control today.
He's 0-2 on Betemit, who homered in yesterday's game. Waving a miss. Down he goes, and Chatwood reaching back at 93 and throwing it by.
And the majority of his pitches are fastballs. Didn't even waste one.
Here's Santiago. Ramon filling in at shortstop tonight. When the Tigers faced the Angels and Chatwood out in Anaheim on a recent road trip, Santiago was 2 for 2 against Chatwood. He gets another crack at him here tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ramon.
Chatwood was effectively wild in that game. Pitched 5 in the third and walked 5.
I was looking at his numbers earlier today. You know, he has walked more than he has struck out in 10 of his 19 starts.
Really?
And that gets back to some of the numbers you were talking about. And there is how he was effectively wild. No earned runs despite 5 base on balls. That's high.
Talked to Mike Butcher, their pitching coach, before the game today, and he said the one thing with Chatwood is the fact that, and it happens with a lot of young kids, is they just don't trust their stuff. He's got really good stuff, has a really good fastball, but when they get to the big leagues, for whatever reason, when they see some of those guys on the other side, they don't think that stuff they've been featuring their entire lives is getting good enough. And they start walking people.
So in other words, they give big league hitters maybe too much credit?
Yes, indeed.
2-2.
And you have to give them some credit. They're the best in the world, obviously.
Pulled, and it's a base hit down the right field line. Santiago going to try for 2. Here comes Hunter's throw. It's cut off. Double for Ramon. And now 3 for 3 against Chatwood.
Doubles are made out of the batter's box, and it's somewhat of a jam shot, but he's able to hit the ball down in the right field corner. Hunter, you have to get on your horse anytime the ball is hit to him, because he throws very well from right field, but the throw wasn't accurate because he wasn't able to gather himself to make a firm throw back to second base.
That'll bring up Austin Jackson. Little chopper hit toward the third baseman is scooped by Callaspo, and that is out number 2, advancing Santiago to third. The ground ball for Chatwood. Certainly not the situation here, but Chatwood this year, to speak of his ground ball ability, has induced 21 double plays this year. And that's second highest in the league to Matt Harrison's 23 of the Texas Rangers.
That's special for a guy that, for the most part, throws a lot of 4-seam fastballs. Usually you would think that a guy that has good 2-seam fastball and good movement down in the strike zone would induce that many double plays.
Well, he's got a 2-out situation now with Andy Dirks stepping in. 3:08 this year with men in scoring position for Andy. Tigers in search of a 2-out hit here to take the lead. 1-1 in the bottom of the third. Dirks 0 for 1 with a ground ball. Good block down there at home plate by Wilson. 2-0. Wicks has shown a little power in his rookie season with 6 home runs. Let's see what he gets here on 2-0. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 94. Three and one. Fly ball lifted in the air to right center field. Borges calling off Hunter. And the inning is over. No runs. A double is stranded. We've played 3 here at Comerica.
Season are on sale now for as little as $210. Purchase now and receive a complimentary deluxe overnight stay at the Motor City Casino Hotel. Restrictions do apply. Call 313-471-BALL or visit Tigers.com.
Well, each team getting a home run in the first inning. The Tigers got theirs from Brandon Bosch. Turris hit one to lead off the game for the Angels, but nothing since for either team. Porcello back to work here in the 4th inning, and he will face Torrey Hunter. Then Bobby Abreu and Alberto Callaspo. Showing bunt, takes one inside, 1-0. Torrey had a single back in the first, a couple of hits in the series. Porcello has been working at a very quick pace. In fact, both starting pitchers have here tonight. There's a strike called. 1-1. Rick has some odd numbers against the Angels. He has 2-1 career against LA, but his ERA is over 7. Tipped into the glove, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a good pitch. First 3 pitches were good 2-seam fastballs down and in. Then they went with a breaking ball that was up in the strike zone, but Hunter was looking in, therefore he swung and missed.
Checked it. Ooh, Porcello wanted strike 3 there, did not get it. 3-2. A little roller hit back up the middle. Santiago going to have to hurry. And he got it. Another ground ball out. It's 9 straight retired by Rick.
He's a solid defender. And Ramon Santiago. He grabs the ball, takes very little time getting it in the throwing hand, throwing in one motion. And he's got plenty enough arm strength to get that ball to the big fella. Foxmo.
Nice. 6 ground ball outs for Porcello here this evening. There's Bobby Abreu. He bounced out back in the first inning. Ball 1.
Everybody wants to bunt today.
Apparently so.
Even the big boys. Carlos Guillen tried to bunt. Torrey Hunter squared the bunt on the first pitch, and now Abreu.
They'll try it again. 1 ball, 1 strike on Abreu. Bobby needs 1 more run scored to reach 1,400 in his long and very solid career. That has brought him through Houston, Philadelphia, New York, and now L.A.
He is closing in on guys like Rod Carew and Roberto Clemente as far as runs scored.
Here's the 1-1. Bender is in there for a strike, 1 and 2.
Good pitch. A little slow curveball at 76 miles an hour.
In the air, center field. Jackson on the move. 2 gone. Nice little roll now for Porcello. 10 straight retired. We'll bring up Callaspo. Ball 1 to Callaspo. With his 3 hits last night, he came in 10 for his previous 24. He had been one of their hotter hitters. Backs him out of there. 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0 pitch. Inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Porcello has not walked anybody yet. He's given up a homer and a single. That's it. Ground ball. He was swinging on 3-0 and sends a slow roller to second base. Inning over. 11 straight retired by Porcello.
Brendan Bosch, his first time up, got a fastball down at the bottom of the strike zone and hit it about 430 feet to tie the score in the bottom half of the first inning after the Angels took the lead for his 15th homer of the season.
Well, Bosch apparently likes batting right ahead of Miguel Cabrera in that 3 slot. Look at these numbers. 11 of his home runs have come in the 3rd spot. 344 batting average as well.
That's no coincidence. When you have Miguel Cabrera hitting behind you, you're going to get a lot of good pitches to hit. And give Brennan credit, he's taken advantage of hitting in front of Cabrera.
Ball missing outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bosch's homer now gives him 51 driven in. Cabby leads the team with 68 RBIs. The 1-1. Line drive, base hit right field. Out of the reach of a leaping is Turris.
Brennan came to play today. He had a couple of knocks in last night's game too, trying to get that batting average back to 300.
That'll bring up Cabrera.
Changeup down and away with those long arms and that long bat, able to reach out and hit it back over the head of a jumping is Turris.
Foul back out of play. Miguel is 0 for 1 with a ground ball. He came into this one a .309 lifetime hitter against Angels pitching. Cabrera's hit safely in 8 of his last 10. Tigers trying to break a 1-1 tie here in the 4th. Ground ball back up the middle. Bobble. They'll get 1. Here's the relay. They'll get 2.
Nifty play by Eyeball.
So Chatwood induces yet another double play ball. But this one, after the bobble, I thought might be tough to get.
Yeah, I did too, but he simply, after he bobbled, he just slapped it. It's terrible.
Oh, man.
Just slapped it to him.
And it was right on target, too.
Wasn't it, though?
Little handball. Base is empty now, and that'll bring up Victor Martinez. .22 double plays induced now by Chatwood. Victor is 0 for 1 with a fly ball to center. It's been a while since we've seen Martinez go deep. June 10th was his last home run against Seattle. And Victor this year has 6 long balls. He's been too busy peppering the field from left to right.
Yep. Driving in runs. Hitting .332 against right-handed pitching this year.
Two on Martinez.
Much better command today and for Chatwood than the last time the Tigers saw him. Much better command. Most 21-year-olds are pitching their junior year in college. This guy's pitching in the show for a team that has postseason aspirations.
Chatwood in that last start against the Tigers had 5 walks in the first 4 innings. It's fouled off. Well, it's an Angels team that has been buoyed by their pitching. There's no doubt about that. Chatwood has been part of that. The Angels' 3.31 ERA is the best in the American League. We'll get a bird's eye view of their best pitcher on Sunday when he takes on the Tigers' best pitcher. It'll be Weaver Verlander. Ground ball, first base side, right at Trumbo. He'll take it himself, inning over. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. Let's go to the 5th. 1-1.
Reasons why is the play of second baseman Howie Kendrick. That was the bases loaded short hop, nice feed to the catcher. They got a double play. This was in the no-hitter game. And then here's a play made in last night's game, going to his left, making a really nice play, getting up and getting the out at first base. Kendrick is playing in left field today, but he's a major reason why they've won those last 3 games with his defensive play.
And Howie Kendrick leading it off as we go to the 5th inning. Kendrick struck out back in the second, 0 for 1. And he remains the only strikeout Porcello has gotten in this game. But Rick getting a lot of ground ball outs. First pitch inside, 1-0. In fact, Porcello now has retired 11 consecutive hitters.
Here's where Porcello runs into a little bit of trouble in the middle innings. Innings 1 through 3, absolutely no problem for him. But he tends to run into some issues innings 4 through 6, and that's one of the things that they really want him to hone in on and make some really quality pitches in the middle 3 innings.
Strike call, 2-1. Well, Rick threw 4 innings tonight through just 48 pitches. Here are the numbers first, second, and third time through. Oh, look out. Man, oh man, the bat flies all the way beyond the dugout.
That's a nice launch right there.
You're not kidding. That might be the farthest I've seen a bat go. And that young man has himself some kind of souvenir. For now, at least.
Here you go. No one's sitting in that seat.
Imagine that. That is some good fortune right there.
They went to go get themselves a hot dog and a beverage at the right time.
Two and 2 on Kendrick. Ooh, look out. That one going back to the dugout. Unfortunately, that screen in front of the Angels dugout saved somebody. They were scattered down there. Missed it inside. Run it full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Howie Kendrick. Ground ball left side. It's off the glove of Benameat into short left center field. Kendrick might try for 2, and he will. And he will get there. How about that? Off the glove of Benameat into left center.
Even if he does not deflect this ball, Santiago, if he was able to catch it, he would not have thrown Kendrick out. And it's a good hustle play by Howie, because as soon as he saw the ball trickle in the shallow left field, he just continued to run.
Two-base hit for Howie Kendrick. 24th double of the year. That'll bring up Mark Trumbo. Right back up the middle. Into center field, a base hit. They're going to try and score him. Here comes Kendrick, and he will score. It's a single and an RBI for Mark Trumbo. Back-to-back hits, and the Angels have taken the 2-1 lead.
It's a two-seamer that's up. He didn't hit it as hard as he hit some of his balls last night, but Carlos wasn't able to get back after jockeying back and forth, holding Kendrick at second base.
6 RBIs in the series for Trumbo. 54 on the year. And he leads the Angels. There's a show of bunt by Borges. They come scattering in from the corners of the infield. Borges still a work in progress offensively. Defensively, they feel he is one of the best in the American League at his position. Peter has said, I want to cut down on my strikeouts, walk a little bit more. it goes, and a bouncing ball foul. They had Trumbo on the move.
One thing you know for certain when you play the Angels team, they are going to be aggressive. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to go first and third. They're going to bunt. They're going to hit and run. Socha's going to pitch out. It's a very aggressive team.
It's 1-1 on Borges. Sliced foul back out of play. 1-2. Well, the Angels came in 2 games back in the West, trailing the Texas Rangers. And for as hot as the Angels have been, the Rangers have played some pretty good baseball in the second half as well. Lifted in the air to center. It'll be routine for Jackson. Trumbo retreats. 1 gone. Hey, this game tonight is available in high definition from Fox Sports Detroit HD, sponsored by Xfinity from Comcast.
You can't forget about Trumbo on first base. He has stolen 8 bases this year, and he's been caught 4 times. And when he does get the sign to go, it comes directly from the bench. Socha will determine when he feels like the opposition has fallen asleep with some of his guys, and he will simply turn them loose. No green lights for any of the Angels players.
Smothered by Avila. He'll try and advance the throw in time, and Trumbo is out.
And sometimes that aggressiveness works against them. We've already seen it a couple of times in this series. It's a nice job by Avila on the pitch that gets away from him. He gets to it, he picks it up in a hurry, and he fires a strike down to Carlos Guillen.
And Guillen waiting to apply the tag on Trumbo. Wilson grounds 1 foul.
I'll give you one more look at it in Fox mode.
%, for Avila. That's popped up. Third base side, Alex will make the play to end the inning. They get a run on 2 hits. And we remind you, you're watching Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire. current Angels have won 13 outfield Gold Gloves. Which team is second with 11 outfield Gold Gloves? This Angels outfield right now with Torrey has 9, Vernon Wells has 3, and Bobby Abreu has won 1. So that is your question tonight. We'll get you the answer in a little bit. Carlos Guillen leads it off. Guillen, Avila, and Betemit here in the 5th inning. And the first pitch from Chatwood is outside. The Angels have taken the lead on the RBI single by Mark Trumbo. They have not been able to get him out for the most part in this series. Here is Chatwood's 1-0. And a time was given to Guillen. Popped up. Shallow left field, charging toward the line, and the shortstop comes out to play. Nice play by Ibar.
Hey fans, we invite you to check out Fox Sports Game Connect, the fans' ultimate online experience. Log on to take part in the most interactive forum during Tigers games with stats, trends, live Twitter feeds, and more. It's Fox Sports Game Connect, available at foxsportsdetroit.com.
Here's Alex Avila. Bounced out his first time up. Alex hitting .279. Ball 1 from Chatwood. Right back up the middle. There's a base hit for Avila.
That's your guy.
That's right. He is indeed. I'd say he's the front runner right now, wouldn't you? No.
No. Not cool. Well, he threw out a runner.
Ah, he did.
He's had a nice day. He's had a nice day so far.
Yep. Glad you pointed that out.
He's had a nice day so far.
Here's Betemit. Wilson struck out back in the 3rd. There's a strike call. Bosch with a home run in this game. That has been it for Detroit offensively. The Tigers now have 4 hits. In fact, each team with 4 hits. Here's the 0-1.
Jim Leyland has 7 left-hander swingers today in this batting order, and that's the reason why. Lefties are hitting .315 against Chatwood, and right-handers are just at .233. So he's got 3 switch hitters playing. He's got Betemit, he's got Victor, and he's got Santiago. And even if Socha goes to a left-hander later on, those guys just simply turn around to the other side of the dish.
That's right, absolutely. So it's certainly a nice luxury to have. Cued foul back out of play.
But so far it really hasn't meant a whole lot because he's only given up 4 runs. And how many left-handers have gotten him? Santiago got him, Avila got him, and Bosch has gotten him twice. So the left-handers have all the hits.
Oh, 0-2 on Betemit. And that's driven foul back out of play. Betemit began his career in the Atlanta Braves system. They signed him as a free agent. He was a shortstop in those days.
Outgrew that position.
Tigers picked him up to play 3rd base here when they sent Brandon Inge down. Popped him up right side of the infield. It's Turris and Trumbo makes the catch. 2 gone with Avila holding at first base. Bring up Santiago. Ramon had a double back in the 3rd. Ball one from Chatwood. Chatwood was a three-time All-Star in the minor leagues, won 13 games at 3 separate levels last year in the Angels system. Topping out at AAA and then, of course, in the big leagues this year. Swing and a tip, 1 ball, 1 strike.
He was their minor league pitcher of the year.
Jeff Weaver was talking about him. Weaver made his big league debut at the age of 23. Chatwood, as we mentioned, is only 21. And Weaver said, I can't even imagine that. He said, I was overwhelmed at 23 making it to the big leagues.
Weaver got off to a really nice start to his big league career, too.
He did. Which made his transition a whole lot easier.
Sure did.
He won a bunch of ball games in a row.
About 6 or 7 of them at least.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And he hasn't stopped winning either.
Nope.
Don't want to look ahead too far, but we've been told there's still some tickets available for Sunday if you want to get down here to see Verlander and Weaver. It doesn't get much better than that on paper.
2 of the leading candidates for the Cy Young at this point with a long, long way to go. The only really big difference in what these 2 guys have accomplished this year is Verlander, of course, has a no-hitter under his belt. But Weaver's numbers are just unbelievable. JV at 14-5 and a 2.34. Almost a strikeout per inning. Runner going, and it's hit high in the air to right field. Hit well. Hunter going back to the track, to the wall. He looks up, it's off the wall. Here comes a run scoring. It's a double and an RBI for Ramon Santiago.
There's that sneaky power you talk about with Ramon Santiago.
He almost hit that out.
5 hits now given up by Chatwood, and all 5 have been against left-handers. 2 by Brennan, 2 by Santiago, and Santiago hit that ball a ton.
If he pulls that ball a little bit more, he hits it out. 2-2 game. The Tigers get a 2-out run here in the 5th. And Santiago has 2 doubles in this game and an RBI. Which now makes him 4 for 4 against Tyler Chatwood. Jackson trying to give the Tigers the lead now.
Told you earlier that Chatwood's best pitches are the fastball and the curveball, and the changeup is still developing. As you can imagine, he's only 21 years old, but they've taken advantage of those other 2 pitches. The left-handers, that is.
A 1-hopper hit to the shortstop. Ibar had to back up to make that play, and he throws him out. Inning over, but the Tigers get a 2-out run and a couple of hits. Santiago drives one in. Current Angels outfielders have won 13 Gold Gloves. What team is second with 11 Gold Gloves?
A little bit of a trick question tonight.
I think so, huh?
A little bit.
All right, let's see. Oh, Seattle, but Ichiro's got 10 of them. Franklin Gutierrez has 1. So yeah, there was a little bit of a trickeration in that. 1 ball, 1 strikeout. Myceris Turris leading it off for the Angels here in the 6th. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's hit back up the middle into center. That's a base hit for Myceris Turris. 2 hits tonight. Second straight frame. The Angels have gotten the leadoff man out. We'll bring up Eric Ibar. See what they have planned for him. Ibar is 0 for 2. He's hit the ball in the air twice. Once to center, once to right. Betemit is way in on the infield grass at third. And he pulls it on the ground at first. Cabby spins to second. There's one. Relay! Got him a double play. Oh, he stayed with that one nicely.
I actually thought when that ball was hit that Cabrera, had he fielded cleanly, he could have just gone to the bag and touched the bag and then thrown down to second base. And then, of course, Santiago would have had to apply the tag to his Turris, but the ball hit like a bullet right at him. Had he fielded it cleanly, he could have touched the bag, but he had to go the other way to get to 3-6-3 double play. Porcello's gotten a ton of ground balls today.
Here's Hunter off the end of the bat.
That was a good call on your part, partner. I think everybody in the ballpark probably thought that that was a bunting situation, the way that the Angels play the game, and Socha knew as much, and he gambled. And Ibar hit right into a double play.
And he hit it hard, too, but straight at Cabrera. Torrey steps out now. 9 ground ball outs. 9 of them tonight for Rick. And that one is just foul. 0-2 on Torrey Hunter. There is the ratio for Porcello. The only strikeout he has in this game was Kendrick back in the 2nd. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. 7-pitch inning for Porcello. That's his 2nd strikeout of the game.
Scores like 6th for the Freeze can. Back in the 4th inning, Cabrera hit a ball at the shortstop. Ibar didn't field it cleanly, but didn't need the glove after that. He just kind of shuffled it to his double play counterpart, his Turris, and they were able to turn it over for a double play. Coors Light Freeze Cam is always brought to you by your Frost Brewed Coors Light.
So the Tigers now will send Andy Dirks up there as we go to the bottom of the 6th. And Dirks is hit by a pitch. So the leadoff man is on. Well, we have a chance. Back to the studio we go, and Mickey York. You're probably right, Mick. I'm betting you're right on that one. Tigers have the go-ahead run aboard now here in the 6th inning as Bosch stands in.
I've never understood that, why one guy hits the home run, then the next guy that comes up has to pay for it.
I haven't either. Personally, I don't know why anybody's got to pay for it. Next time, make a better pitch against the guy that hit the home run.
That's right.
1 ball, no strikes. Bosch homered in the 1st. Dirks can run a little bit. 10 steals this year at AAA.
May not be a bad idea to turn him loose with all the double plays that Chatwood has induced this year. And the sad thing about the Indians pitcher that got kicked out of the game tonight, Carrasco, he's been one of their best.
Yeah. Well, it's been a tough night tonight for the Tribe, and the Tigers need to take advantage of it. They came in a game and a half up.
Do not know whether Brennan Bosch has the green light or not from his manager, Jim Leland, but due to the numbers that Chatwood has posted against left-handers in his career, it may not be a bad idea to let him go.
Perhaps he will. Let's see. Missed it outside. Ball 4. Now the Tigers have something going here in the 6th. Chatwood has his first walk. Now the immediate problem facing Chatwood right now is Cabrera coming up. And Mike Butcher is going to make a visit out to the mound. Tigers have not led in this game. They trailed 1-0 and then tied it up. They trailed 2-1 and then tied it up. Butcher giving some final instructions as Jerry Lane walks out there to break it up. So here comes Cabrera. Tigers looking for their first lead in this series. Miguel is 0 for 2. Chatwood threads the outside corner for a strike at 93. Miguel hit into a double play back in the 4th. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a tip. 0-2 on Cabrera. Team leader in RBIs was 68. And this year Miguel has flourished with men in scoring position. 380. In fact, the next 2 Tigers are 2 of the top 3 in the league. We got Cabrera, who's at 380, and Martinez, who's at 382. So a challenge here for Chatwood. Dirks hit by a pitch to start the inning. Bosch has just walked. High fly ball, center field. Not very deep. Borges measuring it, coming in. Dirks will move up to third base.
Wow, I thought that ball was shallow enough that where Borges would have at least tried to throw Dirks out at third base, but he also did a very nice job of keeping the double play in order.
Right. And now that ground ball can get you out of the inning.
Not very shallow and popped up to center field, but a nice job by Dirks challenging Borges, and Borges simply came up and didn't attempt to throw him out. He did everything right. He got behind it. He had his momentum going back toward the field of play.
So here's Martinez. 0 for 2 for Victor. And Chatwood now looking for the ground ball to get him out of the inning. 2-2 game. We're in the 6th. Both teams 2 runs, 5 hits. And Martinez lines one to right center field. That's down, a base hit. 1 run scores. Bosch coming to third. They will stop him there, and Victor comes through.
One of the things that Chatwood had gotten in a pattern of doing today, and that's throwing a lot of fastballs on the very first pitch. Victor usually doesn't swing at the first thing that he sees because he's very confident hitting behind in the count, but he got that fastball that was right down the middle, absolutely drilled into right center field. The Tigers now lead in this game and have their first lead in this series.
Bosch was on his way to third base and held up there by Lamont. 58 RBIs for Martinez, and it's 3-2 in favor of Detroit. That'll bring up Carlos Guillen. We'll see if the Tigers can add on. Driven to right center field. Borges on the run. Won't get it. It'll go all the way to the wall. Bosch will score. Here comes Martinez. He's coming around to score. And Guillen has a triple.
Carlos Guillen also taking advantage of the fact that he was going to get that fastball too. That's right down the middle, and you just don't play. And with a couple of power-hitting left-handers like Vmart and Guillen with 93-mile-per-hour fastballs right down the middle. Borges has some speed, but he couldn't run it down.
Victor able to score all the way from first. A 3-base hit. Infield coming in now for the Angels. Here's Alex Avila. And he pulls one into right field. A base hit. Guillen scores. And the Tigers lead 6-2.
That was a changeup.
The Tigers are teeing off on Chatwood. A 4-run inning. And it all started with a hit batter and a walk. 3 straight hits for Detroit. Action in the bullpen for the Angels. Rich Thompson, the right-hander, warming up. Last 3 hitters have hit the first pitch. Bedamete shoots one toward left, but it's going to slice foul. A 4-run 6th inning, 6-2 in favor of the Tigers. Bedamete 0 for 2, strikeout pop-up. Porcello getting some offensive support tonight. One ball, 1 strike on Bedamete. This is the 7th man to bat in the inning for Detroit. Chatwood had not walked anybody until the base on balls to Bosch here in the 6th, and that followed a hit batter. 2-1. 2-2 on Wilson Bettamy. RBIs in this inning. Martinez has one, Avila has one, and Guillen has a pair. Cardinals still breathing hard after his 2-run triple. That's popped up behind home plate. Wilson perhaps a play, and it's out of play. First row and a souvenir.
Now, what is the likelihood of you getting a ball right there behind the screen?
Not very high. Literally one row behind that screen behind home plate. Bettamy stays alive. Two and two. And another foul back out of play, driving Chatwood's pitch count up now. It is at an even 90, 60 of which have been strikes.
Chatwood is learning what a lot of young players learn in the big leagues, is that when you get yourself in a situation where you're pitching with traffic on the base paths, you don't have to throw harder. That's when you got to take a little bit off the gas pedal. Throw a changeup, throw a breaking ball to keep hitters off balance.
Well, he's behind 3-2. Runner goes, and it's ball 4. Bettamy gets a walk. Second of the game for Chatwood.
Hey fans, when the game ends, our coverage continues with Tigers Live as we bring you all the highlights, reaction, and analysis. Tigers Live from the Coliseum Studios and here at the ballpark immediately after the game on Fox Sports Detroit.
Well, the game has ended now for Chatwood. He is done for the evening as Mike Scioscia goes to his bullpen. And Chatwood departs after walking his second. The last 4 batters reached against him. Wallside Windows pitching change. We will step aside with the Tigers up 6-2. For the series finale against the Angels, all kids 14 and under receive a Happiness is a Justin Verlander no-hitter poster featuring Snoopy For tickets, call 866-66-TIGER. Log on to Tigers.com. Who doesn't like Snoopy?
Well, where's Lucy and Linus and the rest of the gang?
Well, you know, they need a better agent. Get them some endorsements. Verlander and Weaver in that game. Chatwood has been knocked out of this one. 5 1/3. 6 runs.
It happened quick, too.
Santiago facing Thompson, the new pitcher. Ball 1.
Here's Thompson's numbers this year, pitching in his 32nd game. The earned run average is very good. 42 strikeouts, 15 walks.
Try to hold up, unable to do it. Tigers trying to add to this 6-2 lead here.
Chatwood gave up 8 hits in the game. All the hits that he gave up today were to Tigers hitters that were swinging left-handed. All 8 of them.
Betemit, by the way, had a whale of an at-bat battling Chatwood, and his walk finally knocks him out of the game. A 9-pitch at bat. And the 2-1. 2-2 on Santiago. 6 runs, 8 hits. Detroit, 2 runs, 5 hits for the Angels. Avila and Betemit on the bases now for Detroit. Here's the 2-2. Low, 3-2. Santiago, the 8th man to bat in this frame for Detroit. Crowd's starting to get into it now. Three-two, runners go. Swinging a high pop-up, shallow right field. They will have to retreat. Hunter for the out. I think he tried to deke the runners, didn't
Yes, he did. He was playing games out in right field. Avila wasn't buying it, nor was Betemit. Take a look at him. He tried to pretend like he didn't see it.
Oh, there it is in my glove. The runner's not biting, though. 2 outs. Here's Jackson. Fouled off 0-1. Jackson and Cabrera, the only Tigers that have not reached base in this game yet tonight. Thompson came into this game having struck out 40 in his last 31 innings. The 0-1. High, 2 balls, 1 strike on Austin Jackson, who tonight has a strikeout and a couple of grounders. Jackson has had 6 bunt hits this year, which is 7th highest total in the American League.
3 of those have come in the last week.
And the 2-1. Fouled off 2-2. Jim Leland talked about that before the game today. He was asked, are you getting in Jackson's ear to have him bunt a little bit more? And Leland said, well, I don't know if we've gone that far, but every now and then we remind him, you have good speed, utilize that speed, attempt to bunt for a base hit a little bit more. He's worked on it more in batting practice. And the Tigers have seen some good results. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out to end the inning, but a big inning for the Tigers. They get 4 runs in the inning. Carlos Guillen had a big hit. Knock it in a pair with a triple. By Bell Tire, get the lowest tire price, period. Bell Tire. And by Jeep Brand, now celebrating 70 years of legendary heritage. Great night for baseball here in the Motor City. In fact, 88 was our temp at game time. Right now, Tigers on top 6-2, and Rick Porcello will take the hill, having thrown 70 pitches, including only 7 in the 6th inning. A lot in the tank yet for Rick, and he'll face Bobby Abreu to lead it off. 4 runs, 6th inning has broken a 2-2 tie. Abreu is 0 for 2, and he looks at strike 1. Callaspo to follow, then Howie Kendrick. Tigers out hit the Halos tonight 8-5. Here's the 0-1. Way outside. Braves had a tough month July, just 171 this month. Porcello has been as high as 93 miles an hour in this game, and he throws another strike. 1-2.
Socia was commenting yesterday on Wells and Hunter and also Abreu, and he felt like all three's best baseball was ahead of them this year. Therefore, he didn't expect them to make a move for a position player in the next couple of days.
Well, of course, they suffered a big blow earlier this year. They thought they were getting Kendrys Morales back, and he ended up having another surgery.
They're hoping to get him back by spring training next year.
Well, his bat in the middle of this lineup would certainly make them much more formidable.
Then they'd have to find a spot for Trumbo.
And he got him, strike 3. Abreu is caught looking. 3rd strikeout for Rick.
But most managers don't have a problem finding guys that can hit you 25 to 30 taters. Good 2-seam fastball.
Nor would they mind getting Morales back in their lineup. 1 gone. Now Alberto Callaspo. He's 0 for 2 as well. 0-1 on Callaspo.
Porcello's thrown some good changeups. He has some good life on his 2-seam fastball. He's thrown some curves. That was a slider.
Here's the 1-1. Make it 1-2. Grounded foul. Got a sellout here tonight at the ballpark. 40,551 is the attendance this evening.
This is the place to be on Friday nights.
Angels in town. Tigers trying to build on their lead in the Central. And looking good so far here tonight, up 6-2. And the 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Alberto Callaspo. Porcello had a streak of retiring 11 straight at one point in this game before giving up a double in the 5th. Swing and a miss. Callaspo's out of there. 4 strikeouts for Rick.
It's not an easy thing to do, strike Callaspo out.
Here's Kendrick. Strike 1. Kendrick had a double back in the 5th.
Porcello looking to win his 5th consecutive game.
That he is. Wins over San Francisco, Kansas City, Oakland, and Minnesota in his last 4. And trying to add the Angels to that list. Benoit now watching the action from the bullpen. And the 0-2. Checked it foul.
In case you're wondering, no Albuquerque tonight. He's got a little bit of a tender elbow, so he is not available.
Day to day. Al watching this one from the dugout. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled off again.
They've got to get Al back. Those are good numbers.
33 1/3 with 53 punch-outs. Missed it high. 1-2 on Kendrick. So Porcello, whose pitch count is in the mid-80s, trying to get through 7 complete here. Working very efficiently tonight, very quickly. The 1-2 is just off the plate. 2-2 on Kendrick.
On a night where Jim Leland told us his bullpen was a little short, Porcello has gone out there and given them a lot of length tonight.
Swing and a miss. Down he goes.
Look out, Rick.
Rick has struck out 4 in a row, 5 total for the game. A 1-2-3 7th inning for Porcello, and it is stretch time here at the ballpark. Andy Dirks leading it off as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning here at Comerica Park. It is 6-2 in favor of the Tigers. They scored 4 in the 6th inning to break a 2-2 tie. Dirks slaps it toward left. That'll get back into the seats. Andy to be followed by Bosch and then Cabrera here in the 7th inning. And it was Dirks who was hit by a pitch to lead off the 6th by Chatwood. That started the big rally. Tigers cashed in 4 times in that 6th inning. Thompson's 0-2 is a little high. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Chatwood kind of helped them out by hitting Dirks to lead off the inning, and then he walked Brennan Bosch.
It set the table for Martinez, Guillen, and Avila, who each drove in runs. That's back up the middle into center. Dirks out for the 2nd time tonight. Leadoff single. Now Bosch. 9 Detroit hits in this game. And it was Bosch that got him on the board back in the 1st with a solo home run. It's kind of an ominous start to this one tonight. Myceris Turris hit a home run to start the game for the Angels. It's been mostly Detroit since. Porcello has thrown 88 pitches in this game.
He has looked awfully good doing so.
Strike called on the outer edge, and Bosch now finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Four hits and 6 at bats in the series for Bosch. He also has a walk tonight. A couple of runs scored. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2nd strikeout for Thompson is coming on last inning. Going to bring up Cabrera. Got to get Miguel to join the hit parade here. 0 for 3 in this game. Little number off the bat. Going to stay fair for Wilson. Cabrera is out. Advanced Dirks to 2nd base. It'll bring up Victor Martinez. Tigers tonight getting 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 5th, and 4 in the 6th inning. Chance to drive in another here with a 2-out hit for Victor. Had an RBI single in the 6th inning. And his RISP average now is up to .389. Tigers tomorrow facing Dan Herron. Dwayne Belo will be on the hill for Detroit, leading up to that Verlander Weaver showdown on Sunday. One and one on Victor. Martinez now has knocked in 58. Snap throw back at 2nd, and Dirks, who is taking a very aggressive secondary lead, and Wilson trying to catch him down there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chadwood was taken out of the 6th. Thompson came on, got a fly ball and a strikeout, pitching his first full inning here in the 7th. 3 balls, 1 strike. Guillen would be next if Martinez were to reach. Carlos had a huge hit, tripling in 2 in the 4-run 6th inning. Dirks gets back, and Thompson almost threw that one into center field.
They sure are paying a lot of attention to Andy Dirks, who's not going anywhere with Victor standing in that batter's box and 2 outs.
You wouldn't think.
Well, if he does, he better make it.
Three balls, 1 strike. Lifted in the air toward left, slicing away from Kendrick, still coming. It's a fair ball. That'll score a run. It'll drop it in the seats for a ground rule double, and Martinez knocks in another.
He is such a professional hitter. Even though the count is 3-1 and most middle of the order guys, they'd be trying to hit that ball into the seats. Victor simply trying to take the ball the opposite way for a knock. And he got 2 bases and an RBI out of it.
And a 7-2 Tigers lead. They're up by 5 now.
It's amazing the numbers that Victor has posted with runners on and then with the bases empty.
Well, his runners in scoring position average now is going to go up even farther. It was a 389. 1 ball, no strikes on Guillen. Big 2-run triple in the 6th inning for Carlos. Tigers looking for some more add-on runs here in the 7th. 2-0. Ramirez, the lefty, warming up in their bullpen. That's fouled back out of play. 2-1 on Carlos.
Here's those numbers I was talking about with Martinez, with runners on base and then when there's no traffic on the base paths. The average almost 200 points higher.
406. Impressive indeed. The 2-1 is fouled back out of play. The Tigers, by the way, had 10 hits tonight. 5 of them have been for extra bases, including Bosch's home run and Guillen's triple. Santiago, a pair of doubles. Two on Carlos Guillen. Missed it outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Avila would be next if Carlos were to reach. Leadoff single in this inning with 2 outs. Dirks at second base. He scores on the double by Martinez. That is pulled fair down the right field line. That'll get another run in. They're going to say it's touched by a fan down the right field line. That is signaled by Bob Davidson. It's a 2-base hit. And an RBI. The Tigers get another one, 8-2.
A couple of great at-bats by Victor Martinez, who ran the count to 3-1 before he sliced a double in the left field corner. And Carlos was sitting up there 3-2. And he got a fastball right down the middle and whistled it down in that right field corner.
Big night for Carlos Guillen, a double, a triple, and 3 RBIs. Thompson is done for the night. Pitching change here in Detroit. 8-2 Tigers. Here's the Comerica game summary tonight. Rick Porcello in 5 July starts, a 3.16 earned run average with 23 punchouts. Brendan Bosch having a big series, and the Tigers' 6th inning tonight. Right now the difference, 4 runs, 3 hits, including a triple. They've gone on to add 2 more here in the 7th, and they now lead the Angels 8-2. Alex Avila facing the new pitcher, Horacio Ramirez.
Yeah, they saw Ramirez in last night's game as well. Here are his numbers with Salt Lake City, their AAA affiliate.
Avila has 2 hits, including an RBI and a run scored. 11 Tigers hits tonight.
I spent a couple of summers playing in Salt Lake City for the Gulls. Salt Lake City Gulls.
Beautiful area.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful ballpark, great setting. Avila looks at strike 1. That's a great stops to the PCL, didn't he?
Didn't they, though?
Good towns. 0-1. Avila batting .282 with men in scoring position this year. Tigers have 3 hits and a couple of runs in this 7th inning. Big swing there by Alex. 0-2.
Good pitch by Ramirez. 89-mile-per-hour 2-seam fastball that just kind of ran in on the hands of Avila. Look at the life on this pitch.
One and 2. Tigers have scored 6 of their 8 runs in the last 2 innings. They chased Chatwood in the 6th. Thompson surrendering 2 more runs here in the 7th. Side again, 2 balls, 2 strikes as Ramirez stays away from Avila. Tigers have done a nice job of taking advantage of their scoring opportunities here tonight. 5 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Angels haven't had too many chances against Porcello. Inside and low. 3-2. Mike Scioscia's Angels came in 2 back in the West. They're chasing Texas, and they're losing tonight in Toronto 3-1. 3-2 pitch. Walked him. Avila gets a base on balls. Keep the inning going for Wilson Betemie.
Wilson Betemie coming out to a little 50 Cent.
Yeah, I noticed that.
He dipped back into the archives for that one.
Was that the club?
It was. He had to reach back a little ways to get that one.
0 for 2 for Wilson.
Fitty made a lot of money off that song.
He sure did. And probably still is.
He had a nice beat to it.
Here's the 0-1. Runner breaks to third. Little bouncer right back toward the mound. And Ramirez throws him out. That'll end the inning. Tigers get 2 more runs to pad the lead, and you're watching Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit, presented by Bell Tire.
With the MLB.com at Bat 11 app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Get live audio pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text that BAT to 31826 or visit Tigers.com.
Well, Rick Porcello goes back to the mound here as we head to the 8th inning. It's 8-2 in favor of Detroit. Porcello has been in command tonight. He's done a really good job. In fact, he struck out the side in the 7th. And has fan 5 in this game as Mark Trumbo leads it off for the Angels.
Porcello trying to pitch 8 innings and for only the 2nd time this year. He had a start earlier of this season against the Pittsburgh Pirates where he pitched 8 innings.
Trumbo, Borges, and Wilson.
Pitch count is in tremendous shape.
Pitch number 91 there. Saw Don Kelly. He has taken over in left field. So the Tigers tighten up the defense in the outfield a bit. Leading at 8-2. They've out hit the Angels 11-5. We're in the 8th. Fouled off. 2-2 on Trumbo. Another RBI tonight, singled in a run in the 5th inning, which gives him 6 driven in for the series. Trumbo fouled that last pitch off.
Yeah, and Vila got right up and walked out there to talk to him. I don't think he liked the location of that last pitch.
Go foul. Trumbo is a local kid in terms of the Angels. He's from Anaheim, born in Anaheim, went to high school at Villa Park High School, which is pretty much a stone's throw from Angels Stadium. He was 6'4", 220, 25 years old with a ton of power.
He was a good pitcher in high school too. Really good pitcher. He was headed to the University of Southern California on a baseball scholarship.
Fouls off another. Well, he is the only rookie to lead his team in the American League in homers with 19. Those other categories as well. 36 homers last year, was the Angels minor league player of the year, to no one's surprise. He reaches out to poke this one to second base. Carlos will throw him out, one gone. 6 in a row retired by Porcello.
Angels have gotten lucky with that first base position the last few years. Mark Teixeira, when he was a free agent after the Angels had acquired him a few years ago. Of course, he signed with the Yankees of a free agent contract, and then they had Kendrys Morales step in. And then Morales goes down with an injury, and there's Trumbo who steps in.
I think they thought they were going to be able to bring Teixeira back. They really thought they would.
They offered him a really good contract.
But in the end, it allowed Morales to get some playing time, and he flourished until the freak injury. Rolled foul. 0-2 on Borges. There's your buddy Dino Ebel.
Yeah, he picked that one, didn't he?
We were joking yesterday when Trumbo was standing at third base next to Dino. He was towering over him.
Yes, he was.
Borges takes high, 1-2.
I walked into the Angels coach's locker room today. I thought Dino was going to say something to me about that.
He didn't?
He didn't say anything.
Yeah, word didn't get back to him?
Nope.
There's a ball outside, 2-2.
And you go into the coach's locker room these days, they got computers out, man. They're scoring over notes, man. They're just working.
It's a different day, different time.
They got printers in there and everything.
Which always brings you back to the age-old question: can too much information be a problem?
Yes. Yes. It can be, but you know, most of these managers up here, they know how to use what they want and kind of get rid of what they really don't need.
Borges goes down swinging.
What a night by Porcello.
6 strikeouts for Rick.
And he's used all of his pitches. The breaking balls have had some good depth. There's real good separation as far as the miles per hour between the fastball and the changeup and the breaking balls.
His season high is 7 strikeouts. His career high is 8 strikeouts. Borges, his latest victim. Bobby Wilson, the batter. Oh, 2. Porcello gave up 1 run in the first. In fact, the first batter of the game homered against him. Then he gave up another run in the 5th, and that's been it. Here's the 0-2. Just a foul back out of play.
he has been as impressive in this game as he was in that other start I was telling you about, where he pitched 8 innings against the Pittsburgh Pirates. That was that controversial 9th inning where Jim went and got to Valverde to come in and get the save.
Yeah.
Hey, remember that one?
He gave up 1 hit. Ball high. I remember that one indeed, because it was one of those situations. And Rick, I think that the main issue was that he had thrown just 84 pitches. Valverde came in and got the job done. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 to Wilson. Popped him up. Right side of the infield for Guillen. Another 1-2-3 inning for Rick Porcello. Man, has he been good tonight. Big inning in this one was the 6th inning. Tigers had 2 on with 1 out. Victor Martinez comes through with an RBI single to break the tie, and the Tigers were off and running.
You know, they kind of ambushed the youngster Chatwood in that inning. He had been throwing a lot of first pitch strikes with the fastball, and they knew that, especially with runners in scoring position. And it was Victor, and then it was Carlos, and then it was Avila who got a changeup at the bottom of the strike zone, but he was sitting on a fastball too. His bat just happened to catch the ball out in front.
So the Tigers up by 6, 8-2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it'll be Santiago and Jackson and then Dirks. 8 runs, 11 Detroit hits, 2 runs on 5 Los Angeles hits. Porcello has thrown 107 pitches in this game. 1-1 to Santiago. Ramon pops it up and heading back toward the seats. Wilson discards the mask. Can't get there. Into the camera well. Big night for Santiago. 2 hits, both doubles, and an RBI. Jim Leyland pressing the right button there, giving Johnny Peralta the night off. And Santiago is able to come through. Bouncing ball left side, and it's going to get through. It finds a hole, and the 3rd hit of the night for Ramon. So the Tigers had 13 hits yesterday. They have 12 more tonight.
Well, that's the first hit tonight by a Tigers batter swinging right-handed.
Cayaspo couldn't quite get to it. Benavides hits it back up the middle into center. Or Jackson, rather. And Santiago going to third as he streaks in there. And Austin has his first hit of the night and avoids an 0 for 5. That's good. That'll put runners at first and third. Tigers looking to add more. So Jackson now has hit safely in 7 straight. Andy Dirks will step in. Hits tonight for Detroit. Infield coming in now for the Angels with Santiago at third, Jackson at first. Back up the middle, knocked down by Ramirez. He's going to throw back to third, and they got him.
What a heads-up play by Ramirez.
It looked like he might be throwing that ball away. It was a tough angle.
Once he knocked the ball down, I thought for certain that he would take the out at first base, but he did not. He came, he fielded the ball. Santiago came down the line, and then he was headed back toward the bag. And Ramirez came up and didn't even look toward third base and fired it down there, and Cayaspo was waiting for Ramon, and he was able to get the out. I think he surprised Ramon as well that he threw back behind the runner there.
It was a good pick down there at third base. Cayaspo applying the tag. First and second, and Don Kelly getting his first at bat. Rolls it foul. .233 for Kelly. 3 home runs this year. Tigers tonight had 5 players with 2 or more hits. Jackson at second, Dirks at first. Bang that one off his foot. 1 and 2 on Don. Eight runs on 13 Tigers hits tonight. 2 runs on 5 hits for the Angels. Jim Leyland has to be ecstatic with the outing that Porcello has given him tonight. 1-2 outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2. Look out. Again, another bullet hit back toward the Angel dugout. Ooh, Russell Branyan had to run for cover there. Daniel Schlereth, who was just called up, warming up in the bullpen. Papa Grande just kind of checking things out there. Bouncing ball, base hit left field. Jackson coming around. He'll score. RBI hit for Don Kelly.
A lot of quality at bats today by Tigers hitters. They have not given away any of their bats. It's a ball that's down, and Don Kelly just protecting the plate.
Detroit hits. Here's Cabrera. Inside and high, 1-0. 9-2. Tigers in the lead here tonight. And the Angels come to the plate in the top of the 9th inning. They'll have his Turris, Ibar, and Hunter. They're 1, 2, and 3 hitters. And a large deficit to deal with. Two and 0. The oddity tonight is that the Tigers have 14 hits on the board and Cabrera does not have one of them. He is 0 for 4, at least not to this point. He made a bid, but he goes foul. Porcello, the man of the night, aside from all the offense. Fouled away. Three and 2 on Miguel. Kelly and Dirks on the bases. Full count to Cabrera. He walked him. Bases are loaded. Bring Mike Butcher out again.
Hey, Tigers fans, it's easier than ever to find the seats you want or to sell the tickets to the games you can't make on StubHub, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Detroit Tigers. Go to StubHub.com and choose your seats today.
So a sellout crowd here at the ballpark tonight watching the Tigers offense really go at it. 9 runs on 14 hits.
This is the place to be.
$40,551 in attendance here tonight. Tigers now have the bases loaded for Victor Martinez, who already has 2 RBIs. And he takes strike 1. So Ramirez gets ahead in the count 0-2. So he's up to almost 400 now with men in scoring position. 396. Victor came in at 382 in that category. But he singled in a run in the 6th, doubled in a run in the 7th, and now bats with the bases loaded with a chance to have a huge night.
That's why they signed him. Proven RBI guy.
Ground ball, base hit right field. Dirk scores. Here comes Kelly. They send him home and he's safe. It gets away from Wilson. Both runners advance.
Did that ball hit Kelly in the head? strikes, no problem for Victor. He slices the ball the opposite way. Hunter comes up and fires home. He has 11 assists this year and a very good arm. And look at where this ball hits Kelly at. It did, right in the helmet. Right there.
Oh. Right at the very edge of the helmet as well.
He's okay, though.
Well, the Tigers have busted this one open. They now lead 11-2. It's a single 2 RBIs. He advances on an error. And now Carlos Guillen, who has knocked in 3 tonight. Still only 1 out in this inning. And it's 2-0 on Guillen. Victor with a 4 RBI night. In the air, shallow right field. Hunter on the charge, and he'll make the basket catch. What a play by Torrey Hunter. Meanwhile, Cabrera got a tag, and he is safe.
Great hustle, big fella.
So Cabrera comes in to score, making it 12-2. That was some terrific hustle.
Tigers playing a very aggressive brand of baseball. They look like the Angels. Torrey catches this ball. Cabrera gets back. And then Torrey is not sure whether he's going to go or not. He lobs it in, and the big fella's running. And then he just simply kicks that left leg out of the way of Wilson. I mean, he kicks it out of the way.
Okay, I'll just come home. If you're not going to throw it. They'll rule it a sac fly and an RBI for Carlos Guillen.
Did you see how he kicked Wilson's leg out of the way?
He did.
Take a peek at it. Ugh, get it off of there. The Angels have catchers that like to block the plate. Their manager used to block the plate. He blocked the plate as well as any catcher really in the history of the game. Mike Scioscia.
2-0 on Avila, who was 2 for 3 tonight. Tigers have added 4 more here in the 8th inning. They've opened up a 10-run lead. Meanwhile, Ramirez is out there to kind of fend for himself. He's thrown 35 pitches now. He's coming on to get the final out of the 7th.
How about Guillen getting the sac fly out of that?
Well, it could have easily been a base hit had Hunter not made a great play on it.
True.
Strike call, 2-2. A delayed sacrifice fly. September of 2009, the last time Carlos had this big of a game. 4 RBIs.
Hit a triple today. Last triple, you got to go back to last July 9th.
And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. And Avila is out of there. The inning finally comes to an end. The Tigers send 8 men to the plate. They score 4 more times. 3 more outs to get. Here tonight, 12 runs on 15 hits. And we've got some defensive changes. Ryan Rayburn is out at left field. And Don Kelly will come in from the outfield to play first base. Cabrera is out of the game. And we also have a new pitcher for the Tigers, and that would be Daniel Schlereth, who is just up from AAA.
The Tigers did not want to get caught short-handed tonight in their bullpen with Albuquerque not being available and Phil Koch not available to pitch here tonight. So they went back down to the minor leagues to give Daniel Schlereth another opportunity, and he's pitching some really good baseball down in Toledo.
So Schlereth here in the ninth will face the top of the lineup. Porcello, 2 thumbs up for his appearance tonight.
Lights out tonight.
Is Turris homer to start the game? He is 2 for 3 this evening.
Daniel Schlereth could prove to be a huge piece for the Tigers if he could pitch the way that they feel he is capable of pitching.
He fires one high. 1 ball, 1 strike on his Turris.
He's got a fastball that gets up to 93, on occasion 94 miles an hour, and a tremendous curveball.
And the 1-1. Ground ball to short. Santiago. His Turris is out, 1 gone. Porcello had retired the last 8 straight that he faced, so 9 in a row for Tigers pitching.
One of the best games that Rick has pitched this year.
Here's Eric Ibar. Strike 1.
I know it's only been 2 hitters, but fastball command appears to be there for Daniel, and that had been his issues in his previous outings in the big leagues.
One ball, 1 strike. Driven in the air to center field. Jackson is on the move, and that is out number 2. So the Angels' last chance is Torrey Hunter. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Sellout crowd at 40,551 enjoying this one this evening on their feet. Ball 1. Tomorrow it's Heron and Belo in game 3. The 1-0 pitch. It's high. 2 balls, no strikes on Torrey Hunter. Fouled straight back. Swing and a miss. Hunter chasing out of the strike zone. Now Schlereth ready with a 2-2. Inside and high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. walked it. 2 out base on balls for Torrey Hunter.
Let's take a peek at our Bell Tire pitch by pitch. It's really been all about Rick Porcello here today. Gave a home run to the leadoff hitter, is Torres, but then he really got busy after that. He had several strikeouts. He was working at the knees. He was changing eye levels. He was working inside and outside. He had tremendous mound presence today and pitched 8 innings for the second time this year.
Mike Trout is going to pinch hit here for Bobby Abreu. Here's the 19-year-old we were talking about. This young man just 19 years of age, hitting 167 in 13 games this year in the big leagues. The 0-1. Make it 0-2 on Trout.
They're having a difficult time of finding playing time for Trout. And with Wells and Hunter and Borges in their outfield and Abreu, their designated hitter.
He was called up from Double-A. He's their #1 prospect. And he has just struck out to win the ball game.
Nice job by Daniel Schlayworth here tonight.
The Tigers bring out the big bats again here this evening. And they pound out a victory over the Angels, evening up the series. 12 runs on 15 Tigers hits in this game. And there's your final score. 12-2. Tigers beat the Angels. And Detroit picks up its 56th victory of the season. 56-50 now for Detroit. 12-2 your final score. Back with more right after this.